Just tell me whether I should go near or not.
Сейчас, секунду.
Okay.
Repeat, please.
Okay.
Now it's okay.
Namaskar, everyone. Namaskar again. I'm Didi Ananda Sanjana. As we have promised, I'm here now to share with you this special yoga dance. Most people call me Didi, so you can be free to call me this name, Didi. Now, let me introduce a little bit about myself. I have been practicing this dance for over 20 years now, and it has given me immense benefits in terms of physically, mentally, and overall well-being. And most students that I have taught this dance to, or who have learned this dance, have benefited so much from this very extraordinary dance. And I find that most people are not familiar with this dance, even though we have been doing yoga for a long time. So really, and also we would like to teach you a systematic way of learning this dance and give you the information about the dance, why this dance is really an extraordinary dance. The dance is called Kaoshikii. Some of you may know the name. Kaoshikii comes from the word kosha. It's a Sanskrit word. Kosha actually means the layers of the mind, the subtle layers of our being. You know, we have this 5 layers of the mind for human being. So it's not just a physical being, it's our subtler layers of the mind. And so the dance not only, benefits physically, as you will see, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the entire well-being. It's like a panacea. It strengthens you, it gives you that resilience, that strength physically, that strength mentally, and that strength as a being in terms of this moral courage as well. So especially for women, it's amazing. It's one of the best practice to do every day if possible. So let's see. I'm going to dance a little bit so you can see how the movement is, and then I will slow down for you. I will teach you step by step how the dance is performed. Then again, I will explain some things and we'll practice, because I find that for beginners, it is not just one-time thing. You need to gradually also be able to coordinate the movements. So I'm going to do the dance now. I hope you can see my feet from that direction. A little bit more. Okay. I'm going to change direction in different ways, different direction, so you can see me clearly. You can watch me first, and then you'll be practicing also. So be free to go into your yoga outfit or something and be comfortable with it. But have good support for the body. That means wear proper attire as though you're going to do sports, so that it's not in your pajamas. Maybe some of you will be in your pajamas, but try to wear a sportive garment so you can do the dance effectively. All right. Now let's see. There is sound also. So maybe I can have my phone to have the sound of the dance. Do you have that? Just play it so they can hear.
Slow tempo.
Yeah, so they can hear. Yeah, the slow one. So they can hear. It's nice for them to hear some music. Also, I have my phone. I can put it on if you can pass it. Yeah. Sorry, just no phone. It's yes.
I can play music.
Okay. I just ideation. Yeah. Okay. Ready. Now. Dancers. Position for Kaoshikii. Ideation. Ready. Begin. Din, 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 din. Baba Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. So you see the dance. It looks very simple. I sent that dance recently to one of my sisters, and she said, because of this coronavirus thing, everyone is indoors, and they have to do some exercises and all that. So I sent this to them, and one of them told me, look, it's so simple, I can do it. And she tried, and she came back and said, look, it's not as simple as it looks. So yeah, it is, let's see why it's not as simple as you think it is, and how you get of the foot goes down. Ta is vigorous. So 16 plus 2, right. I believe you're practicing it. Let me just see something I need to see. Okay. Now, so, all right, then, okay. So you're practicing it now. What is this dance? This dance, like I said, the name comes from the word kosha. How does this dance has been created? It evolves with the consideration of your glands and your organs of the body. So with that in mind, the dance actually improves the conditions of your organs, your tissues in the body, and the glands. So it's very, it generally helps improve your health. It helps boost up your immune system. It helps correct, it gives you flexibility as well, as you can see from the movement of the dance. It's not only physically benefits, but also it helps you in your mental, emotional level. The movement, as you can see, it gives you a stretch to the right, to the left. And this movement of stretching to the right and left is done gradually, so that it adapts to this reflex loop, to your nervous system. It is not done in a stretch. When we hold a pose for a long time, or we do it impulsively, but in this way, this dance gives you a certain rhythm. It gives you a rhythmic movement. This rhythmic movement has a lot of connection with the cross-lateral movement that you're doing at the same time. It stretches in many directions. To the right, it crosses the sagittal lateral plane to the right side. To the left side, it crosses the front and the back. It crosses your transverse plane. It comes up. So the entire, whenever a movement has got these 4 directions, it helps improve your circulation very much. It gives you this flow of your prana or your chi, you call it, the life force, because all our life force are distributed in all the channels or the meridians, you call it, in our body, all over the body, and that's why it helps improve your circulation very, very much. Oh yes, is there any questions that will be written here? 1 second, I just want to see if there's any questions from you. 1 second. I'm going to say something. Can you write? Maybe you can type. If there's questions, they can ask it. You can stop me, because otherwise, I'll explain it. Yeah, I think maybe. Okay, I understand. I will show you the movement of the feet. Let me show you the dance, okay? Because there's some questions I need to see what they're asking. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I will. That's why. Can you bring the phone? The feet is like this. Okay, let me explain it. The feet is like this. The right foot Now, and then the left. The right, and then the left. The knee is slightly bent, lightly bent. You bend the knee as you do this. That's all. So right, left. I'm sorry I'm not wearing trousers today. I will wear trousers the next time. Okay, it's just like this. Maybe one of you want to demonstrate? You want to demonstrate how to do that? Come and demonstrate. Just do what I did. Yeah. Do what I'm doing. You see? You can see the knees. He's just the knee is slightly bent as you do it. Okay? And the feet is here, the ball of the foot. That means you are tapping on the ball of the foot. This is the ball of the foot. Right first and left. Right, left. The knee is slightly bent. That's it. And the last part, ta. Yeah, they can see you. You can see. Yeah, you can see like this, just like that. That's it. And it's directly behind the other foot. Okay, so you can. That's it. And this is one of the problems. Some people, after doing Kaoshikii for a long time, they just leave the feet here. It's not crossing your center line. So you should put the feet, tap it behind. Tap it behind. That's how the foot works. And the last part, ta. Let me explain the whole dance, and then you will probably have questions while you're trying to do it. Now, then the palms. The palms are together in Namaskar position. Let me come nearer so you can see the palms are together. They are not like this, okay, or like this. They're simply just together. The middle fingers are touching each other, just like that. Then the arms are raised up, okay. The biceps are always to the ears. You can see my arms are straight and they're kept close to the ears. Of course, in some cases, some of us may not be able to reach completely straight. That's structural problems. For individual structural problems, it's not a problem at all. But keep your arms straight as you can, and by the ears. That's it. So now I decide to explain the whole dance, so you have the idea from the very beginning, and you can start dancing. Now the arms are up. So you go to the right side first. Maybe okay, I'll face you and then I'll turn behind so you're able to follow and see how I do it. So right, 1, 2, 3. It's not more than 45 degrees, and then back 1, 2. To the left, 1, 2, 3. Not more than 45 degrees, and then back 1, 2. Again, to the right, 1, 2, 3. Back 1, 2. Left 1, 2, 3. Back 1, 2. So you have right side, left side. Then the front. Then the other half is the front. So you go front, 1, down, 2, up, 3, back 4, 5, and back to the center 6. 6 parts. 1, front. When you go 1, the head is up. Don't turn the head down, just keep up straight. Down, left leg goes back. The front leg can be straight. I'll explain a little bit more about trying to how best you can do that. 2, 3, up, back 4, 5, center, and then you go right, left. Now, so the right part again, right. Let's do the right side. 1, 2, 3, back 1, 2, left 1, 2, 3, back 1, 2, front, down, up, back 2, center. So there are altogether 16 of this, plus right, left. They can hear me. Okay? It's okay. Anyway, I hope you can see me. You look up for some questions. I'm not sure if there are questions there. Are there any questions?
There is one. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, we need to also address if there's any questions that, in case you cannot see, please tell me. I will explain the dance again. I will explain again in the middle of the talk as well.
The first question is how often should we dance Kaoshikii?
Okay.
And the second question, I'm dancing Kaoshikii every day in the morning, but only 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
If this practice works for me, or it's not enough.
Okay. I will address some of the questions. I will be answering. Now, I don't know if now. What else is there? So the movement of the arms, there are 16. Let me go to the right. 1, 2, 3, back 1, 2, left 2, 3, back 1, 2. So it's 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 16 steps and then ta, ta. Okay? Now, in order to practice the dance, if you're a beginner, this is what I would suggest you do so you can master the dance effectively and successfully in a short time. First, I would suggest, for some of you who are watching, you can just do this. Right, left. Get into the momentum, the movement of your coordinating. Actually, this movement helps to coordinate the cognitive function. So, improve the cognitive function. So, you can do this 16 times and the last 17, 18. Then you practice the arms. Just go into, I'm going to do this so you can practice this way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Front, down, up, back, to center, right, left. Just without the movement of the legs, you practice the upper body so that you get the hang of the count that you're going to do. So there are 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, back to the center. Okay, just get into the movement. I'm going to give you some time to practice this. Okay, we can do it together for some time. Well, some of you may have some questions. I'm going to look into. Okay, I will answer all these questions in soon. Also, okay, let's go to this. This is an amazing dance. The reason that we are teaching you this dance because this is something that. The truth is everyone who has learned the dance will never give up on this dance. They may give up on maybe if you play badminton, you may give up badminton, for example, or tennis or running or something, but not this Kaoshikii dance because it has effects. It benefits you in all aspects, especially in meditation. Because why this dance is not just it doesn't only gives you it helps with weight problem, because obviously when you do, you will find that now I've given you, you'll find that once you start practicing this dance for the next few days, you'll find it's gonna be, you feel a lot of ache and pains in the body because it looks simple, but actually it strengthens the muscles, the bones, the joints as well. It really gives you that resilience. In fact, even I've taught this to boys or men who are athletic and all that. They have come back and said, look, I have pains and aches in the body after Kaoshikii for the last few days. It takes time to adjust to this movement because there's a lot of coordination in this movement, not only on the physical aspect. It stretches the spine. You can see going to the right, to the left, forward and backwards. It makes the spine flexible. The physical levels are there, as you will see. You can feel it. I don't even have to tell you what are the physical benefits. But in terms of emotional aspects, the dance is, like I said, is invented with the consideration of your glands, your hormones, and your immune system. It strengthens the organs of the body. It strengthens your mind. It overcomes psychic issues such as overeating, anxiety. It addresses mental issues like what I mentioned: melancholic, depression, hopelessness, fearfulness. It gives you that strength. Until you practice it, you will not understand what I'm saying. Even if you practice it for 5 minutes, the effects is amazing. I've known someone who is not that young, and she's not that slim. She's quite big, and but she does her Kaoshikii every day, 5 minutes only, and that keeps her going. Everyone who has been doing, in fact, most of the Didis and the Dadas who have been doing it, they do it even though they only have 2 minutes to do the Kaoshikii, because it gives them that strength. The inner strength that you get from this dance is, and that tolerance, that it, you know, even in your health. Like I remember when one of my friends was saying that she went for trekking in the mountains or something with younger people half her age, and then she found that wow, somehow she never had any, there was no preparation for her to go for this training, but somehow she was able to cope with that hiking or trekking they were doing that day, because she thinks that is the Kaoshikii that she has been doing every day for 10 minutes at least. So even if you're doing for 10 minutes, it's more than sufficient. In fact, someone was asking me, how much Kaoshikii should you do? You should listen to your body. You should listen to see how much I need. If this is, if 3 minutes is all you have, do 3 minutes. If you have 5 minutes, do 5 minutes. If you can do 2 times a day, you do 2 times a day. The dance can be done any time of the day. In fact, I do it before sleeping. Not that I have sleeping problem, I can sleep, but it helps. It helps to give you a relaxful, deep sleep. It addresses stress very much, just like Shavasana. It does very, very much. There are tremendous, many health claims that has been said. So you will know actually when you start doing the dance. Is there any more questions? I mean, what are the questions that I didn't address?
Yes, there is. Question is, when should we do this practice? Is it good to do it every time before meditation?
Okay. Like I said, the dance can be done any time of the day. You can do before meditation, you can do after meditation, you can do in the morning, actually. You can do in the night before you sleep. You can do outside in the house. You can do in the house. We are doing it in the house right now. So I'm going to continue with the dance, so you can practice it a little bit more before I continue a little bit more about, you know, the how to do. What else is there for this dance, because you need time to adjust to this dance. You can do it slow, you can do it fast. The music I have is not so slow, it's quite it's not so fast, so you can practice from there. Now I'm going to do with you a step by step for the next 15 minutes so that you can do the dance, and I'm sure you will understand why that it takes a lot of it affects our cognitive function very much. There's a lot of coordination going on between the right hemisphere of the brain and the left hemisphere of the brain just to do this simple dance. Thereby, this dance is really, it helps improve your learning capacity and this memory as well. Right, let's do the dance again. Let's do the legs first. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and then right, left, right. I'm just turning around so you can see for my feet. Okay, right, just do this. And the knee is slightly bent. I am not counting. Left, right, left. If you are not holding your sari like I am, you can put your arms up. Right, left, so the knee is slightly bent. And the last part, 17, 18. Again, 1, 2, right leg, 3, right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2 is 16 already, and then 17, 18. Again, 1. Let's do this for 3 rounds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then right, left. Last round. 2, knee slightly bent. 4, 5, 6. You already feel that rhythm of this. 8, and last round. 17, 18. Now let's do the arms. I'm going to remind you how the arms movement is like. I'm going to not face you so you can remember the movement. 1, 2, 3. Back 1, 2. Left 2, 3. Back 1, 2. Forward, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back 1, 2. Left 2, 3. Back 1, 2. Forward, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left. That's it. Now something I need to mention to you, very, very important, is this. The palms are together, I mentioned it just now. The arms are straight up. They are not to the side, okay? They are up. So even when you bend to the left and to the right and to the left, they are kept to the ears all the time. That's the tricky part. That's the part. When you do that, it strengthens the two platforms, the two main platforms of this dance, which is your upper part of the body where the neck is, cervical, and the lower part of the body. These two parts is very important to keep you stable, and gradually you will strengthen these two areas. Now, I will explain a little bit more of that. So the right side, left side. Now, when you go down, breathing out, engage your abs. Okay, that means if you can, just below the belly, tighten a little bit. The back is also locked, and breathing out, coming down. Left leg back. The right leg is straight. Okay. If you find problems with bending forward so much, if you have a very tight muscles on your back of your thighs, if your thighs is very tight, so bend slightly so you take the pressure off the lower back. You're bending from your hip. So let me show you hip, not from your waist or not from the waist, not from the upper back, not hunching, but just keep your focus in front. Push your hip. Hip is where all of us have hips, so just press your finger, index finger there, and bend. So you're going straight. Try to go straight. That's how it is. So breathing out when you're bending forward, and then coming out again. So when you bend forward, left leg back, coming up. The arms are straight. 1, left leg back. Place your middle fingers to the floor or to your big toe. Can you see? I think. Yep. And then straight up. This is the hardest part. This is the part that takes longer, especially if you're heavy or if you have back problems. You need to push yourself. If you cannot reach the floor, you can have a bench there or something, or blocks there. So it helps you to push yourself up. And you inhale coming up, inhaling coming up. That helps you to move back. This extension of your upper back. And the last part is not more than 15 degrees. You don't have to go very far. You don't have to push yourself to any limit. You should do it how the body is able to do it. Do not exert yourself too much, because when you do this dance, you repeat the dance. The dance is repeated every time. That allows you to gradually adapt to this neural reflex. That is the reflex, your response of the nervous system and your muscles and all that. So gradually, so that it doesn't strain you. It gives you that gradual adjustment. That's why the dance is very useful for the nervous system, and also for your overall stress level. So one more time, the instruction. Are you tired of listening to the instruction, or you are okay? Please tell me. Because there are a lot of us who are doing Kaoshikii for a long time, but they have problems. The problems they have, most of the common problems, is their right leg. They feel pain on the right hip because because of this right leg front, left leg back. Now, what I would like to suggest is put some weight over to your left side. So you take the pressure off the right side too much, because you tend to exert your right side. Put some pressure on the left side, bend the right knee, arch the right foot if you need to, so that it takes the pressure off and you are able to do the dance without hurting the right side of your hip all the time. Especially, it's just like you have two the chairs. If you're using one side of the chair all the time, definitely going to be worn out. So, and always bend from the hip so that you take the pressure off the lower back and even the neck. Now, I will explain some of the contraindications and some of the important areas to look out for, so you can do the dance safely, effectively, and gradually build up that resilience to do the dance. Okay. Now, another thing is, most people do not breathe when they are doing the dance, or they're a bit worried about breathing because they may be doing too fast. I would suggest that listen to your breath when you're doing the dance, so that you're able to cope with the dance. Of course, when you're doing it very fast, you're breathing faster. And for that, it gives you a workout to the heart. For some people, they like that. They prefer that, so that is provided you have mastered the dance, how you are able to do it slowly, effectively, and you are able to do it fast and do it properly. Okay? Once you have mastered the dance, yes, you can do it fast if you like. But I find it a tremendous help, even though if you're doing it slowly. The reason is, when you do something slow, you are concentrating on it. Your breath, your concentration is there. You are aware of it. And changes happen especially when you are able to concentrate. It may be slow, but it is really effective in overcoming issues, especially of emotional and mental nature. And that's why this dance, when you, after dancing this dance, I what you call it, I would, there was one time I was actually quite ill. I had no energy, but I had to attend a meeting. I said I couldn't do anything else, so I got up. Even after meditation, I was tired. So I got up and I said, okay, I'm going to do this Kaoshikii. So I did. I did very slowly because I just couldn't move. I had some pain because I was exposed to cold. I just did it slowly, how I could do, for maybe 10 minutes or even maybe 21 minutes I did. I don't know. But after that, my whole day was perfect. There was no complaint. I was, I have this joy in my heart. I feel like I can breathe, because when I was doing this, I always make sure that if I'm stressed, for example, I pay attention to breath. And this is one point I want to bring up to you. Maybe is this breathing when you are doing the pose, when you're doing this dance. You breathe, you inhale. Okay, don't tense so much. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling up. And exhale to the left. Inhaling and exhale. Exhaling from the belly. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Inhale and exhale. If you are able to, what happens in this dance. This is something that I want to tell you at the end, but okay. When you do this, the arms are up. When our arms are up, it stimulates the movement of the right and left, forward and back, stimulates this, what you call this respiratory zone here in your sternum. It opens up the rib cage. It opens up the left side as you go to the right, opens up the right side as you go to the left. It opens up as you go down and as you go back. Now that entire gradual movement helps to expand this rib cage and improves your respiratory system, because you're able to do it gradually and you're able to inhale, exhaling. And that is why when you do it too fast, you're not able to, especially if you're new and if you don't realize it, you might do too fast and you're not going to understand the benefit. One of the benefits is actually the respiratory system. This is the main reason that we are introducing this dance today on this channel first, before the other yogic practices, because it takes time for you to master the dance. It takes time for you to coordinate, to change the movement, to coordinate the legs and the arms, the legs and your arms. So that's why this is the first dance that you can master, and we will do the dance every time we have the online classes. Of course, I'm not going to wear this in the yoga asanas classes at the same time. So you are able to practice it with me all the time. So now, the breath. Shall we do a little bit of this dance for maybe 3 minutes? Okay? And then we'll see. Yes, I will tell you about myself. Okay, I can give you the music as well. In fact, we're going to put the music on for you so you're able to practice. But of course, when you're practicing with me, I'm going to just say the mantra. Now, yes, there's so many things in this dance. I just cannot tell. Let's dance. Let's dance for 3 minutes, and then I'm not going to use the music because I'm going to do it very slowly so you can practice with me. I have told you the things that you have to look out for: your palms, your arms, okay, and then your head when it's forward, and when you bend forward, breathe out, bending from your hip, okay. Then your feet, right side starts first. The ball of the foot. Now the ball of the foot, this part here, relates to the mental issues. Okay, so the ball of the foot. Then the last part, tata, the entire foot. Bend slightly the knees, so lightly, so you're able to get this bouncy effect. The bouncy effect is tremendous, is useful. So there is many ways of stretching our tissues in our body. Not only one way. We are stretching it, we are contracting it. In some areas you need to contract the upper part of the body, and you need to contract it, strengthen these muscles. So let's do it. Just 3 minutes. I'm going to keep time. So, oh no, maybe I don't need to. All right. Perhaps I will face you, and then I'll face back, so that you're able to. If you have any questions, if you're not able to follow, okay, you can tell me. If you okay, yeah, all right.
Just stand there, okay?
Just stand here, okay. Okay. My team is telling me just to stand here. Okay, I will do that. I will face you now, and then I will turn back so you can able to follow. All right. Namaskar. Usually we call it ideation. I will tell you about the ideation later. Raise your arms up, get ready, and begin. Right side first. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2. Left. 2, 3. Back. 1, 2. Front. Down. Up. Back. 2. Center. Right. Left. Right. 2. 3. Back. 1, 2. Left. 2, 3. Back. 1, 2. Front. Down. Up. Back. 2. Center. Right. Left. Right. 2. 3. Back. 2. Left. 2. 3. Back. 2. Front. Down. Up. Back. 2. Center. Right. Left. Right. 2. 3. Back. 2. Left. 2. 3. Back. 2. Front. Down. Up. Back. center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3. I hope you can remember it's the right side. Left, 2, 3, 1, 2. Front, down, left leg back, up, 2, 3, back to center, right, left, right, 2, 3, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, 1, 2, left, 2, 3, 1, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left. I hope you're practicing with me. Because I cannot see you. You should be practicing. Back, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left. Everyone can do this dance. Kids, teenagers, young and old, left, men and women. It's not only for women, it's very good for men. 2, 3. Center, right, left, right, 2, 3. I hope by now you get the rhythm of it. It's a really interesting rhythmic dance. So, you see, even though you're doing it slowly, you find you give your heart a workout. Don't forget to breathe. Right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 2, front, down, left leg back, up, 3, 4, 5, center, right, left, right, 2, 3, back, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left. Last round, 2, 3, back, 2, left, 2, 3, back, 2, front, down, up, back, 2, center, right, left. So, I want to see if you have any questions or not.
Yes, about ideation.
Huh? I will explain all that, yeah. You see, good. You're asking me ideation. That means most of you are doing the dance, but I really hope that you can optimize from the dance. That's the reason we are teaching you the dance. You can see a lot of Kaoshikii dance. Actually, some of them are putting it on the internet. But my concern is that they have the legs wrongly. They're not crossing it properly. You should cross. You should be back. You should be behind. It helps this contralateral movement. Like I said, contralateral movement has been known by well-known educators to have a lot of impact on the learning capacity. Hence, that's why this dance is known to be an anti-aging. It's not just anti-aging, but it's really strengthen your memory capacity for kids, for teenagers, for old people especially. And that's why you have that strength to that alertness and that youthfulness because of that. Now, there are many areas I want to talk about actually. Contraindications I must tell you because I want to make sure that you do not hurt yourself while doing this. Now everybody can do it like I said, but if you have inflammation of the neck area or the lower back, anywhere in the spine or anywhere in the joints, please don't do it because you need to rest. But if you have a chronic conditions, I have found that it has improved my condition, whether it's my lower back pain or upper neck pain. Why? Because the dance strengthens your upper back. Okay, the way that it's done, it's bilateral movement, moving the neck. Okay, and then when you move the upper part of the body, your muscles of your the big diamond, the trapezius, and the muscles of this area is strengthened very much because your arms are kept in that position all the time. It is isometric contraction. There's no movement. Therefore, it strengthens those muscles very much. So, okay. So therefore, you must have also the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are raised in order to place it nicely on your rib cage. So if you have conditions of problems in these shoulder blades and your calf, your rotator muscles, then you might feel a little bit difficult to do, some pains and all that. Chronic, yes, I think it can improve, but if you have inflammation, certainly you should take a rest. But otherwise, definitely you can build muscles from those from Kaoshikii alone. Then your lower back, fantastic. Your core muscles, fantastic, because it really strengthens this lower back area, the pelvic, because you have to have a stable platform. These are the two platforms that need to be stable in order to practice. If you have lower back pain, like I see inflammation, please take a rest. Otherwise, I have told you what to do. Breathe out when you bend forward. Breathe in when you come up. This breathing in and breathing out really assists you to bring yourself up and down, especially for those who have weight problem or heaviness or joint pains or simply back problem. Now, again, the muscles of the neck will be strengthened because the flexors and extensors are worked when you do in the dance. The muscles of the legs are certainly will be useful. The part when you bend forward. Your thigh muscles, the back muscles, your calf muscles, the shin, every area of your leg muscles are engaged to keep a strong pelvic area. So it is definitely not just any kind of practice. At the same time, the joints are strengthened. Yeah. What somebody was asking me about ideation. Now this dance is not only a physical, it doesn't only have these physical benefits, it also has psychic, spiritual potentialities. That is one of the reasons this dance is a complete dance and an overall complete dance for any being to practice. And we really look forward to do this dance. Now, we are this microcosm, we are this entity. There is this microcosm, there is this supreme consciousness all around. We have this consciousness in us. So when we dance, there's a certain ideation of linking. We establish our link with this cosmic consciousness, cosmic microcosm. Okay? When we start, we are connecting. So when I say dancer's position for Kaoshikii, if you hear this track that I've done, which we'll give you, okay, and then ideation means you feel, you realize this feeling you are, this consciousness you are, and you link yourself to this microcosm. Okay, ready, and then begin. Now, so this position, I establish my link with the cosmic consciousness. And then like a tree, I swing to the right. I know how to fulfill. I know how to request for you. That means I know how to request for you. That means I am this consciousness. I know how to request for this consciousness because I am that. I'm that same thing. Okay, and coming back and to the left, swing to the left. I can fulfill your demands. That means what is needed for me to find you, or what to recognize that being in me. Okay, I am able to fulfill your demands coming up, and then this gesture is you are surrendering the trust and the macrocosm and the supreme cosmic supreme consciousness and that surrender, and then I overcome all troubles that may come. And then the last part, O divine, I'm in the cosmic rhythm. It's a beautiful ideation. That's why this dance is a mudraic dance. Mudras means what? A gesture. It expresses your innermost being to this universe. It's so beautiful. It's not just, you develop a sense of being when you do this dance. That's where everyone who does this dance with sincerity, with the intention of understanding your being as a human being and understanding this macrocosm, will understand that this dance not only serves our physical grievances, that's why it's called a panacea, but it addresses and deals with our emotions, our psychic and spiritual needs. And then it's not only for the body, but it's also for the mind. And then you are able to do something, such a complete all-round practice. It completes our being. So you know the ideation. I'm going to finish in about maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes time. And then maybe questions. Any questions I need to address?
Yes.
There are many questions, huh? Okay.
So one question there is, only go down on one side, that will create a distortion over time, right? As a dancer, I always try to practice equally on both sides. Can you explain, or perhaps just assume that it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I actually explained, yes, most people ask the same question. That is why most people ask the questions about why only the right side go forward and left side back. And that's why I suggest that you put your pressure not so much also always on the right side. You need to take the pressure off and go to the left side as you do it. Now, so that in time, I've done it before. Initially when I first started doing it, I was not paying attention to how much pressure I put on my right side, and then I had some pain, and then I realized that I need to adjust my movement, and I did, and now I don't get any problem, even though I have maybe other conditions maybe sometimes, but not this problem about the right side is too much or not, because what I did was, like I explained just now, left side back, put more pressure on the left side if you need to, and then bend the right leg so that you distribute the weight. And also when you're coming up, actually going down, when you come up, okay, you can bring the right side a bit further so that stretches the psoas muscle, that flexes, so you're not always tightened, you are stretching, so that's why you don't create that pain so much as well. So bring the right side a little bit more to the back, so give you the extra stretch. I hope that will help you, because it helped many people that I've told them to do, and helped me very, very much. Why the right side? Now, the dance is actually very useful for conditions of liver issues. It has shown to help it very much, because it really helps conditions of the Manipur chakra. You can see the bending and the cross-lateral, right, left. It addresses issues of Manipur chakra very much. It addresses issues of the organs here, all the organs that is in the body on this side. And also your urinary tract. You need to have a strong, stable, you're breathing out, you're contracting actually. So it helps issues of any nature that relates to the Manipur chakra as well. But you know that it's not only that, it also helps with other issues of emotion, which is reflected in our other chakras. So it's amazing. Yes, it's one of the miracle, extraordinary dance I've never thought exists. Maybe you can give me some of these questions, and then I want to.
Is Kaoshikii better than sun salutation?
Certainly. I will tell you this. In Russia, many people are doing Kaoshikii more. More people are doing Kaoshikii now than the sun salutation. I started with the sun salutation. I've done it in the Satyananda tradition, in Vivekananda tradition. I've done. I was a practitioner of yoga for many years before I started to embrace more meditation, and before I bumped into Kaoshikii actually. So right now I may give up or rather may not practice my sun salutation every day, or rather sometimes or rarely actually. But Kaoshikii I cannot live without, because you must try it. If you have not tried it, you will not understand. You have to try, then you will understand why that Kaoshikii is now the #1 practice in Russia. And you see, the other thing is this. Of course, you have to exercise, right? Now, another very obvious discovery lately, and some of you may already know, anatomies and massage therapies or even yoga teachers have found a very special organ in our body, fascia. Not the fascia that I'm talking about is not the way the doctors explain about the connective tissues in our body. They see the knee or something. It's not the connective tissues in our tendons and ligaments. It's more than that. It is something that encloses us, that connects us, organs to organs. It's in every part of the body. It's in our glandular tissues, in our blood, muscles, and everything. It's dense. It is also liquidy. So it's jelly. It's it's a web kind of substance, ground substance. So and there's also how do we train this fascia? There are many ways to train the fascia. And I find that in this dance, in Kaoshikii, it trains the fascia completely. It is stretching. Okay, you breathe out, breathe in, just like in our any movement we do. We go into the pose very fast, in and out. In your Surya Namaskar, for example, it does that. Then you have the bouncy effect. There is some bouncy. If you're doing the Kaoshikii fast, there is some bouncy effect. That's why I told you to bounce the knees very much, because this bouncy effect strengthens the knee, the hips very much. It's this bouncy effect like in aerobics, that bouncy effect you sort of need. But of course, when you're doing it faster, you may be able to give that bouncy effect to the dance as well. And that plasticity, that if you're doing it slowly, it gives you this time, the gradual effect to adapt to the changes, and which affects our nervous system very much. And so it's sort of complete what is needed to keep yourself healthy. So I highly recommend this Kaoshikii, not because I like to do it, but because everyone that I have taught the dance, or who have learned this dance, every one of them who has learned, they are doing it always, every day. Of course, you can do longer, 20 minutes, or you can do 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 5 minutes. If you have 5 minutes, you do 5 minutes. Sometimes you try it, you see that you find that it really immediately solves your grievances. It's like a panacea. In fact, it is a panacea. It's not just something that is, it's not something. It is something. Is there anything else?
Well, there is Catherine. She asked already about these two sides, and also she's asking, is there any harm to try it on both sides?
Yeah, I have that question before. Everybody asks, can it be done on both sides? Generally, no, I don't, because I find that this practice is useful. It has been invented specially to deal with liver grievances, and most of us have our liver on the right side, and it has benefits. Maybe there's a reason why it has been invented in such a way. So I have always done starting with the right side mostly. Effects, you can try and see if there's any difference in that in the effects or not. Yeah.
Another question, it seems similar to Lalita Marmika. Please compare and contrast the uses.
Yeah, it is almost similar, but it's not. Lalit Mamika dance, when you do the dance, you are touching the tip of your toe. That's one of the main differences, the tip of the toe. The tip of the toe relates to spiritual matter. So it's not the ball of the foot, it's the tip of the toe. And it's lightly. There's hardly any movement at all. You can see the camera is not shaking. It's hardly any movement. It's just you're gracing. You're not even, you have to be very mindful that you are, it's because it's like you are, so that you are not a liability to this ground, to this earth that you're stepping. So this is Lalit Mamika dance. It addresses that spiritual aspect. You are doing kirtan. It touch the core of your heart, your ideation also, right? But in Kaoshikii, it touches the ball of the foot, where the mental issues are, and the physical aspect. So it is an exercise. At the same time, it has tremendous benefit, for our spiritual benefits, potentialities. The reason is, I find, it's also because when you do this dance, we are a structure of consciousness, and because of that, it enhances our potentialities in those areas, psychic, spiritual. So but the arms are up. The arms are up in Lalit Mamika dance also. Now, of course, when the arms are up in Lalit Mamika dance, it addresses the spirit of surrender, the spirit of accepting the cosmic consciousness. In Kaoshikii, it's amazing, right? Why our arms are up. Studies have shown that raised arms has a lot of benefits, and you can see our arms are raised for one reason, not only for physical reason. The entire body, when the arms are raised all the time, it strengthens the bodies. I've mentioned that earlier on. It also helps to keep healthy the organs in our body, especially in the abdomen, healthy because of this stretch. You have this contraction and stretching. Your eccentric contraction and concentric contraction. This contraction up and down gradually strengthen the organs in the body. And at the same time, the arms are raised, and the ideation, the arms are raised in this sense of reaching out for the cosmic. So it has that effect. And also the ideation when you dance, right, left, forward, backward. So that the dance mudra, it does, like I said, it expresses the inner feeling. So your subtleness of your thoughts you express in the dance. So as you dance, you can ideate, you can feel. I establish my link with the cosmic consciousness. I know how to request for this macrocosm. I know how to fulfill the needs of this consciousness. I surrender to you. I trust. I'm overcoming all obstacles, troubles that may come, and I'm in the cosmic rhythm, the divine rhythm. So that ideation is nice, and if you do it with the dance, you surely will feel this joy feeling in your heart. And something else that I'm going to add on. Somebody asked about the mantra.
Yes.
I will say that. Just I want to, we will dance with the mantra, okay? I have not forgotten that. And I will repeat the dance in our asana class when we do. Alright, there are more things, but I will keep it to this today. Now, the mantra. Yes, we use this mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam. Some of you know this mantra because you're meditating with this mantra. It's great. It's a universal mantra, as you know. This feeling of this cosmic consciousness inside you and all around you. You're ideating, you're feeling this love that is everywhere. So when you dance this, that besides the ideation, the mantra helps to give you a certain feeling of being with this love divine all around you. So instead of chanting the words, because we can say it in different ways, in different language, we use this mantra so that it's universal, so that it's together, that it is harmony, it harmonizes in one rhythm and one sound. So the mantra, as you know, Baba means this dearest and nearest entity. It's you, this consciousness that you are, and the consciousness is all around. And this name, Nam is name, you are, okay? This consciousness, so this Nam. And then Kevalam, all, there is nothing else, only. So this joy, this love, because we cannot perceive how consciousness is like, this happiness is all there is. Love is all, is the essence of everything. So when we dance, we sing the mantra. We can say it, if you don't have music, you can say it if you want to do it, so that you know the rhythm. But in the beginning, I think for some of you, you may need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something, so that you can move. Otherwise, you cannot remember the movement. Of course, with the music, you may be able to. And there's one more thing besides this. You will hear in the recording, I would say dhin and dhin. This word dhin is a Sanskrit word. When we created this dance, it was created by Sri Sri Anandamurti in 1978. He mentioned that it's very important to have this starting of the dance with the sound dhin, because it relates to the sound. It's a certain technique, a system, a particular system in the Aryan custom, long time ago, which uses Sanskrit. It relates to the movement of the body. This is the dhin part, and the whole foot is the ta part. So dhin, 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 and ta, ta. In Lalit Mamika dance, when you ask me about Lalit Mamika dance, that is dai. Dai is different, it's not din. So when you hear the sound din, that this part. So start the dance, a few rounds of the din, so you feel this connection also, and understand that you should use the ball of the foot and not the tip of the toe when you dance Kaoshikii. So you familiarize that, you know, with this movement. Then the counting, the din, the ideation, and then the mantra. Okay, let's. I'm going to do the dance Kaoshikii. Should we do it one more time before I finish all the questions? Okay. So if you have any questions, please write. We're going or think about it. We will do another practice for 5 minutes. Okay, and maybe with the music maybe. Are you ready? I have the music. I have the music. So let's do for 5 minutes so that you get something out of it. Because it's really, you find that it really changes us intimately.
Dancers.
Let's do 5 minutes. I'm going to face you so that I hope you can.
Ideation. Ready. Begin. Din, 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 din. Ta, ta, Baba, now. Baba, ki, vala. Baba, now. Baba, ki, vala. Baba, now. Baba, Baba,
Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, last round, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Dancers stop. Okay, so we have done some dance. Let me see if there's any more questions.
Not really.
Okay, good.
Yes, nothing.
So, okay. All right, then we'll call it a night. There are a few things I wanted to mention, but I forgot. One of the things is actually really improves your lymphatic conditions very much, this dance. The way, you know, it corrects these immobilized tissues of the upper extremities because of the movement of the dance and how the arms are kept all the time. So really, it's you should try. You should. I gave you some tips about how to start if you're new at it. Some of you are new, but I know some of you are watching who have been doing it for a long time. But how you teach others, the steps. Get into the movement of the steps so you know how many steps there are, so that when you move to right and left, when you do the counting, you understand where you should stop and how you should where you should begin. The left leg back and the right leg. Start with the right side, and then you go to left. Go to the left. You start with the left side, and then to the right. So breathe. Make sure protect your back and lower back. Know how to bend. Ideation and the mantra. The mantra is sang a little bit differently, but does not matter. The next time in the class, you will understand it better. So I hope you have learned something. Please share this dance with everyone because it's an extraordinary dance. I didn't think that it would take 1.5 hours, but I thought it would only take 1 hour. But actually, I couldn't say everything that I wanted to say today, but I will say more next time when I see you. So thank you for joining us. Namaskar.